Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, and welcome. Did you guys survive Halloween?
Yeah.
We were up with my mom in Montclair, and she got a lot of trick-or-treaters, and this was a really slow year. There were so many houses around my mom's that had great big signs up that said, sorry, no candy, COVID.
Right.
And they weren't handing out candy, but tell them what the little boy said to you.
Oh, we had a lot of candy, so we were giving out large handfuls, and I had this little boy who was just like, "Wow, you give out hefty handfuls. Here, have another one."
Well, to begin with, I was telling them, take two, they're little, and this one little boy comes up to me, he's like, "I'm not little, I'm big." I said, well, then you better take three. You're gonna need three. But we had some really cute costumes come through. We had one that was probably two, dressed up as Baby Yoda. The cutest thing. Absolutely the cutest thing. And there was a little girl who was dressed up as a witch who was so into Happy Halloween. As she was walking up the driveway, you kept hearing, "Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween!" all the way up the driveway. It was so cute. I love seeing the little ones.
Yeah.
We have had very bad luck. Wherever we move, we never get trick-or-treaters. So it's so nice to see them.
Yeah. Anyway, I was going to say the best costume was the tarantula.
Yes, we had a tarantula. We didn't take any pictures.
No, we'll have to take a picture.
Drew got dressed up to show my mom.
She dressed up for my mom and my brother.
And my mom just sat at the bottom of the stairs and laughed. And it was so good to hear her laugh like that because Drew was dressed up as her tarantula.
Very good tarantula.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to
good one. It was a good one. So we had fun. We really did. And we put my mom to work. She was packing advent colors. So the advent colors are getting closer and closer to going out. So we had her packing and putting numbers on baggies and things like that.
So if you get an advent with 2 3s, my mother packed that one.
No, I'm pretty sure we're okay.
We kept an eye on her.
I was keeping close eye. She was
so panicked that she was going to screw it up.
I know,
because she put one on. She's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6.
Yeah, she was just making sure she got it right. So but she loved the idea of putting them together. Yeah. So it was fun. It was really a good idea.
So your advent was packaged with love.
Yes, really, truly. Okay, we had a question from Samantha Ramsden about my sweater. I am doing the Dingley Dell by Isabel Kramer, and I showed it to you, and I am doing it in crab picking, and I'm late is no longer available. So she wanted to know if we had other pinks that would work with crab picking. So here is crab picking. Would you like to hold crab picking? Okay. And up first we have Joy. This is going to be a bright contrast. So that's a good one if you like bright. All right. Then we have, this is Lady Defiance. This has got speckles in it. So this is going to be, these two are closer in tone variance. Yeah. So they're going to go together very nicely. So this is a good choice. And then this is our third option. And as far as we're concerned, this is the one that both of us would go with.
Mary Beth held this one up first. I'm like, I'm done.
But we tend to go with this color palette, and you may not. So that this is Crochet Anyone, and I love those two together. I think they are absolutely stunning. So that would be my choice, either that or Lady Defiance, because I think Crab Pickin' and Lady Defiance together.
They each have like a grayish tone.
These three
to them.
together are very, very pretty. So Lady Defiance,
Crochet
Anyone, or Joy. Those are your 3 choices. Those are the ones we have. Okay? All right. So that was the big thing I had to do. Thank you, everybody, for sending me birthday wishes. And thank you so much to everybody who signed up for the Book Club of the Month Club, because you gave me free books. And really, there's no better gift than that. Honestly. So yes, thank you so much. I think I've gotten everybody. If I haven't, I will be getting you over the next day or two. But yes, thank you so much to everybody who did that. That was very lovely of you. And
Drew thanks you as well.
Yeah. We're going to take this afternoon and do crafty things today, because that's what we're doing for my birthday.
Mary Beth spent her birthday washing yarn.
Well, it was kind of the thing where, it had to be done so that it's going to be dry for next weekend. So there was time constraint. And my trade-off was I get Monday afternoon to do whatever I want.
Right.
And that works out very well for me. Because then I don't have it hanging over my head of, you should be washing yarn, you know?
Right.
It really, it's a good day. So I'm casting on a new sweater, and I'm working on a book journal, and I'm just having a lovely, lovely day.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. She's got to work because it's not her birthday.
So I'm casting out something new.
Yeah. We each get to cast on something
And I
new.
know that the last podcast I said I'm very much into the whole starting something and finishing it.
And you guys all laughed.
Right. However, but actually, no, there's logic here. My sweater is my knitting.
Right.
That's my personal knitting. I'm knitting with colors that may or may not be available. It's not something that I'm knitting for work.
Right.
The thing I'm going to cast on is I'm casting on something for work that we're going to have kits for. So that is my work knitting, and I get to knit during the work day on that.
We keep telling ourselves that.
We never make the time to do it, but
We're going to try. Because we have a lot of things we want to knit. So.
right.
But we should probably talk about the real reason we're here,
Yes.
which is...
Our collection, our Christmas collection, we are doing the live YouTube on Wednesday.
Release!
Okay. From now on, every time I say live, you're going to have to go.
Release!
Wednesday at noon here on YouTube. And we want to talk a little bit about the collection and how this is the beginning of how we are going to be doing things moving forward. We are going to dye much more in collections, and
You can tell how Drew feels about this. She has heard us discuss this a lot. So
she's just like, yeah,
she's
get to it, whatever. Anyway, when we dye a collection, we're going to open it up for pre-orders, and in order, if you would like to ensure that you get colors that you really, really want, you would pre-order them, because we are pretty much going to dye things once. We're going to dye a collection once over a couple of days, and we will dye all of the pre-orders, and then we will dye extras for shows to have in the shop during the collection release.
Time period.
Right, the collection time period. It could be a month, it could be 6 weeks. It depends on how
Extensive it is.
right. So once it sells, then it will not be dyed again. So it'll be gone forever. Right. Now.
Well, we all know that forever just doesn't exist here in the Hollow, so it'll be gone for the time being.
Right. And some of our tonals will be worked in and out throughout the different collections, because there'll be auxiliary colors. Sometimes they will be part of the main collection because they just fit so perfectly.
Right.
Not every color in a collection will be brand new. It will be, some things will be brought back. But that's the way we're going to do the dyeing of it, because we are also going to be doing more than the yarn to go with the collection. We're going to have kits, sometimes yarn kits. We're going to have fabric kits. We're going to have, we're going to do some paper stuff. It's just going to be like this Christmas collection. It's going to be November, December of us doing projects based around this particular theme of the collection.
Right. So,
Which we can tell you what the theme is now. So
we can tell the theme?
yeah.
Okay. So the theme is the Forest Santa. I mean, seriously. Anyway, the Forest Santa, but Mrs. Santa is part of the whole Forest Santa thing.
Right.
And Mrs. Santa has a baking collection. So we're going to have recipe cards that are going to be, part of this collection.
Right.
And I was
talking
talking...
one week we're gonna have a thing where we show how to make a little recipe box
card holder
card
type of thing.
holder, and then decorate your recipe cards, and then we're gonna have apron kits.
But wait, I was going to say something about the recipe cards.
Okay.
I was talking to Christine when we saw her at the Adirondacks, was it? No.
Cake-a-palooza.
Cake-a-palooza. We saw her at a Cake-a-palooza, and I was talking to her about it, and she was saying that her older girls are really excited about getting some of the family recipes, and I said, well, here's the thing you do. you have the family recipes there for them at like Thanksgiving, and then you give them each their own set of recipe cards, and they write out the recipes so that you don't have to do it.
Right.
Because one of the worst things is copying recipes for somebody else. I mean, you want to share your recipes with people, and you don't want to send them the recipe cards because sometimes they don't come back again. So what you do is you have a family get together and you share recipes, and everybody writes out their own recipe cards
Right.
so that you don't have to write it out 17
Plus,
times.
then it's in your handwriting, and
Yeah.
you know what you wrote.
And you can read it,
Yeah.
because I have to tell you, trying to read some of my grandmother's recipes is interesting at best. Anyway, so we're going to have recipe cards that are all based around the theme of the Christmas Santa, the Forest Santa, and Mrs. Claus's Bakery, and that kind
Right.
of thing.
And there's going to be Christmas baking, and there's going to be
Right.
We're going to have apron kits. We're going to have
2 different types of apron kits, and we're going to have. Helen doesn't know this yet. We're doing 2 different types of apron kits.
placemats.
And napkins and
Right.
things like that, and fun things for the table. You know, so it's all based around.
It's going to be all around. So the collection is going to be the Forest Santa, and then wait till next year. Next year we have.
Oh,
great-
we have such good
right.
ideas.
So each collection, so like the Christmas collection is going to like span over 7, 8 weeks.
Right.
Whereas some of our collections for next year will be 4 weeks. Some will be 6. Some.
It's
so,
going to depend.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do, the big thing is that it's not only yarn, it's going to have all other things too.
Right.
So that for people who like to sew, we're going to have stuff for you. For people who want to get into sewing, we're going to have beginning projects.
We might have bags for some of them.
Yes, we're actually going to have bags for some of them too.
Right.
So by planning and sticking to a very tight schedule as far as the dyeing, it allows us to explore all the other stuff
Right.
a little bit more, which we're really excited about, because we missed, while we were doing bags and focusing on bags, we got really interested in yarn. And then last year and the year before, last year and this year, we spent a good part of our time just on yarn, and we miss fabric now. So we're trying to get the balance where we can get both of them in there.
Right.
And actually have stuff to do.
We are the crafty toads after all.
Right.
So we are going to be more crafty.
Also, we're going to be doing things with you guys in like, not so much knit-alongs, but make-alongs.
Yeah, and we're planning in some Facebook within the Crafting with the Toads Facebook group. We're going to have some live rooms where we do certain things together, and possible knit nights and that kind of thing. We're working it all through so that it's going to be a whole rollout.
Right.
The yarn pre-order is the first part of the collection, and then as we go along, there will be other things. So, like, we're going to do the yarn pre-order on Wednesday, and then later in the month, we're going to have a new kit, which is my cast on today, which kind of fits in with the theme. So that'll be a new, but that's a knitting kit.
Right.
But then we're also going to have fabric stuff and
Yeah.
paper stuff and the whole shebang.
And we were meeting with met with Marissa, who is our rep from Free Spirit, which is where we get a predominant amount of our fabric, because you know how we feel about Tula. And we were
We'll
talking.
just call her our BFF. And
Yeah.
You'll know what you're talking about.
But we were talking to her about different kinds of fabric ideas and things like that. And her parent company is actually falling in line with this by releasing free patterns every quarter that you can make things with all their different fabrics. So that we're going to be doing things like that too, where we're going to be making some pillows, and I think they have tote bags and things like that, different kinds of patterns
Aprons
that
are
we can use.
huge.
Yeah, we keep running into apron patterns. So I think they're going to be big next year, but different kinds of things that you can do with fabric. So we want to have the yarn and have things that you're going to be able to do with the yarn. So we're going to have definite ideas of projects to make with it. And then we're going to have fabric and things that you can make with the fabric so that it's all set to go.
Right.
And we're really excited about all the different things that we can do, because this way we can play with all the different crafts that we really love to do.
Yeah. And share them with you.
And share them with you, because you know how much we love bringing you down rabbit holes with us. So we also are going to be doing a couple of different yarn collections next year. We're going to continue the animal boxes and the mystery socks, but we have 2 more that are coming that are going to be very exciting. So
those are more subscriptions, not
Right.
collections.
Oh, sorry. No, I used the wrong word. They're going to be subscriptions where every month you get a new yarn.
Right.
So yeah, no, it's lots of things coming.
Yeah.
Driving back and forth to all these shows, there's been a lot of talking.
Yeah. The longer the drive, the more expansive our
Plan
new
gets,
year
right.
becomes. But we really wanted to just go over the whole, rollout, and that when we release the yarn, and if you're just like, oh my God, I think I kind of want that, probably pre-order it, because it may or may not be available after the pre-order.
Right.
More than likely, it will be available right after. I'm not saying it's not, but just to guarantee, it is not something that will stick around all year long.
Also, if there's something that you wanted in Sweater Toad or DK or something like that, make sure you get it in those, so that since we dye Sweater Toad basically as part of the pre-order, we don't keep it as part of our overall thing just because we don't have that much of a call for it. That would be something where you definitely want to pre-order it.
Right, and we're also bringing in new bases.
Yes.
So.
For those of you that have been asking about the cotton, it's coming back.
Right, but not for the Christmas collection.
No. This is
the
all
Christmas
for next
collection.
year.
We're going to be offering the color tweed.
Right. Oh, that's right.
Oh, and biffle.
Wait till you see. We dyed stuff on the tweed that I did my Alice colors in. My Alice, the Cedro sweater. It's the tweed with the different colored neps. We dyed a lot of the tonals on it. And oh my God, they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
And we dyed up a bunch of BFL.
Yes.
When I say biffle.
That's right. Biffle is BFL in Toad language. So yes, we've got those. So yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's very
so we're
cool.
bringing in new things. And by doing things by pre-order, we can test out new bases, because we will get a feeling as to whether people want it based on the pre-order. We don't have to take a chance and dye up a ton of something.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, that's it. Are you guys excited?
Right.
Can you tell we're excited? You know how excited we get about these things.
So noon Wednesday is the live
YouTube? Oh, live. Release! I forgot my word! Oh no! I'm a failure as a toad.
fired. Oh my God. These plans, you spring things on me and then you forget.
I forget. I'm terrible. I'm so bad at it. I'm thinking about all the stuff that I'm doing this afternoon. Sorry.
Her mind
I
is
have
not
left you
on
guys.
this book.
The big brain has left the building.
Anyway, Wednesday is our live
Release!
at noon Eastern time. Also, I'm going to put at the end of this video, we are unboxing our last month's animal guide, which was the cat. So we're going to unbox it and show all the pieces that were part of it. And that's a reminder that if you want the bee for this month, order it now.
It is available on the shop.
Right.
And we've got plenty in stock, but go ahead and order it so that you make sure you get it.
Right, and we are only offering it in DK because there's a very specific pattern that is part of the box.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think that does it.
I think that's it. I think,
Not a lot of crafting on our end this weekend.
No.
A lot of twisting of Advent minis.
Yes, this weekend was the Advent weekend.
Right.
So
the minis are all twisted. We have to twist the final skein, and then they are going to start leaving this place next
as
week.
soon as possible.
Right.
We want them out of here.
Yeah.
I am staring at several
I was gonna say I have bins.
huge boxes full of minis.
So,
However, they're all twisted. That's the big thing.
part. And now we
when
just
you
have
look
to
at several thousand minis that need to be twisted, it's a
very
little
daunting.
But they're done.
Yeah, so they're all twisted. We just have to separate them and
Put them in the right order.
put them in the right order. Go back and see my mom so she can start stuffing things again.
Yeah.
But they should start leaving
Next week.
starting next week.
No, not this coming week. Next week, right?
Right.
I'm thinking
That's why
that
I'm
we're
saying
still.
next week.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean by next week, Mary Beth. Next week. No, I'm thinking about this week because I'm still stuck on the weekend. So
Oh, okay.
I think of this week as next week. Pay no attention
Her
to
brain
me.
is off doing her book journal.
Right. Pay no attention to me.
Anyway, so next Monday, shipping notifications will start. We are going to start with our internationals to make sure that they get them, and then kind of go west to east.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful afternoon. If you want to join us playing hooky from your real jobs
Right.
and just
Today's Mountain
making
Day.
something crafty, it's Mary Beth's birthday celebration. Just tell your boss it's Mary Beth's birthday
It's
celebration.
the Toad's birthday.
Yeah, it's time to go. Sorry.
Also, happy November.
I'm not sure how that happened, but yes, happy November.
And next weekend, for those of you in New England, we will be at the Big E in Springfield at the New England Fiber Festival.
Yes.
And we're kind of excited about that because we went to school right there.
I was telling my mom, and she's like, "Wait, is that our Springfield?" I said, "Yep, that's the one we pass through every time driving up to Northampton."
Yep.
So, no, it's we know Springfield.
Yeah.
Boy, do we know the Springfield bus station.
I do not have fond memories of Springfield. Because I got to tell you, the Peter Pan bus station terminal at 1:15 in the morning after a 4-hour bus ride
It's never good.
It's just like, yeah, whatever. Just drop everybody off and take me to Northampton.
I'm going to tell
Because
you.
I still have to take my bags and schlep them up that hill.
Right. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week.
We will see you, hopefully, a lot of you on Wednesday.
And if not, then we'll see you on Friday.
Go forth and create.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's Mary Beth from Toad Hollow here, and we are unboxing our Animal Guide of the Month box. This is from September. We didn't have one for October, but this is September's, and then November's is now available in the shop. So if you're interested in this, it will be a different animal, but you can go and see what it is. All right, so here we go. When you get it, you get a box that looks like this, and a thank you note, a thank you card. It's going to give you an idea of what the animal is. So the name of this one is Touch Not the Cat. So you have your tissue, and we put a thank you sticker with the animal on it, and you just open it up, and then the first thing you see is the yarn. So this is Touch Not the Cat. And we include a postcard that gives you what we chose and why we chose it. This one we based on a cat that we used to have named Harry, who is a calico cat, and there are myths and legends that go around calico cats that we include in the card, and you can see where we got our color choices from. So the big thing is that you get the skein of yarn, and then we send you little extras. This time we based it all around paper stuff. So you have little Post-it notes. You got a couple of paper clips that are in the shape of cats. A to-do pad, which has Tabitha. For those of you that know Tabitha, you know. We try and include a writing card, a greeting card of some sort. This one we took from a collection of cards. So you might have gotten a Christmas card, you might have gotten a birthday card, you might have gotten an everyday card. It was all different ones. And then our good friend Jake from Dogstar Knits has been making us stitch markers to go with each of the animals, and this is the Curiosity Cat. So you got a stitch marker, the card, the notepad, the Post-it notes, some paper clips, and some absolutely spectacular yarn. This month's animal is the bee. So if you are interested in the bee, go check out the listing. It's on toadhollowNJ.com. Look under animal guides and it will pop right up. And we have a certain number that are available each month. So if you'd like it, go get it now.
Also, just so you know, this is our interpretation of certain animals. So this will not be a black and yellow skein of yarn.
We do not do
obvious.
Literal. Not at all. Okay, have a great day, everybody.